discipleship, because we find that a lot of people are falling away from the faith. Yeah, because they've had a lot of people encouraging them to come to Jesus, but nobody's there to disciple them. So you find that they fall away from the faith.
So what are you doing now with your life?
I'm preaching the gospel, evangelizing, and I realized that I need to direct the people I'm witnessing to somebody who's able to disciple them, so that they continue the journey. Because I believe evangelism is the first step, but then they need to be discipled. A lot of people are in need of the gospel, and from that time when I started witnessing to people, it gave me just the joy. I felt fulfilled in Christ. The passion came because of what I was doing, because I went out there, I took a step, and from that time my passion for evangelism has been ignited, and I'm no longer the same again. I'm not ashamed of the gospel, because I know it is the power of God unto salvation for everyone who believes. Going to McDonald's doesn't make you McDonald's beggar. You're not a beggar. So you need to accept Christ. So being a Christian doesn't mean saying a prayer, because every religion says a prayer, but being a Christian means accepting Christ. And I believe a Christian is somebody who's bananas for Jesus.
I think at the top of my list, I'm going to say I've learned the practical a strategy where disciple building is concerned. And also I never knew something about the ARA cups. From the program, I think I've come to understand the importance of that grid, and also the 5 phases in disciple building.
I would say from 1970s to this time, what we have seen much being dominated in Africa is evangelism campaigns, crusades and so forth. But afterwards, we don't see any much follow-up. The only time we heard about follow-ups is sometime when we had like crusaders like the Big Graham. But all those who come, they will just make crusades, and afterwards there is no follow-up. Now, because of that, we have seen that there are many mushrooming churches in Africa, but they are not discipled. And the fear is that because the wickedness is increasing, and the churches may be swept away because they are not established in the faith. And so the greatest need for the church in Africa today, the greatest need is discipleship. There are many people who have made profession of faith, but they have never been rooted. They don't know how they can grow. They don't know how can they be established in the faith. And because of that, we see a lot of need. And because of the increase of the wicked one, we see people's faith being shipwrecked. They are not standing in the faith, because all what they know is just committing life to Christ, and that is all. So anyone who would make an attempt to come to Africa for discipleship, he will be welcome, and that's a need.
It's important to Zambia because when you look at the church itself, you will find that the church has a mandate actually to evangelize the whole world, to witness to them, and that will bring a change to the nation itself when you have many people are converted and were discipled. And hence, when the church intensifies that will bring change in our society, the way we do things, the way we perceive things, and the way we handle things in the church, at community level, national level.
Okay, thank you.